So today we go to chapter 2. So chapter 2 still belong to healthy care. We say chapter 1 is belong to healthy care. Chapter 2 still belong to healthy care. So that's last week we talking about how important in TCM, like originally how people maintenance healthy. So that's to the beginning of the Huang Di Nei Jing mainly for healthy care. And the name for Chinese name, Si means 4. Qi, yeah. What means 4 qi or 4 qi? Means qi in the 4 seasons or the 4 like kilometer time. And the Tiao means regularity. Yeah, regular. Shen is spirit. Da means bigger. Lun is discuss. Pian just means chapter. Yeah. Each of the chapter ending part, they say pian. Pian just means chapter. Lun discuss. That's usually in each of the chapters they will talk about Lun pian. So together, what's meaning here? Yeah, together, what's meaning here? J's meaning with regular spirit, including the changing of the 4 seasons. 4 season changing or qi levels changing. So we should follow the season changing and then regular or internal body qi and the regular or spirit. So that's still healthy care. So they still follow like a question and answers form. Yeah. We say in Huang Di Nei Jing, basically the form is Huang Di ask questions. And Huang Di's masters or teachers answers. So still in that form. In the book, totally have 6 masters. But basically, in my talking part, just Qi Bo. Just Qi Bo. So basically, this part just mentioned is not truly have question here. So in the 3 months of the spring season, so we say mainly we separate season with like 3 months 1 season. Pretty similar like our 5 elements. Yeah. Like a spring season belong to wood. And the summer, yeah, summer season belong to fire. And the fall or autumn belong to metal. And the winter season belong to water. So that's basically our 5 elements. Basically 5 elements. So, and certainly 5 elements relationship with 5 organs. We certainly have earth in the center. So that's the chart. Yeah, that's the chart for all 5 elements. So in the spring season, everything began to grow seed. And also yang qi rising up. So that's the naturally, yeah, naturally everything began to grow up. So how do we maintain a healthy condition in the spring season? So people should sleep late and get up early. And walking in the yard with hair running free. So means everything goes up. We are not bending there. Yeah. Like it free to relax the bodies. And also relax the spirit. So that's our spring season. So we're talking about yin and yang in different seasons or even in different days will be different. Especially in the spring season, especially in the spring season, yang qi, yang qi is getting more and more. Basically, yang qi start from the winter, they start coming already, but not that strong. But start from spring season, yang qi gradually go to stronger and stronger. So that's until the summer is more stronger then. So we should follow yang qi's changing. And then like for our sleep, for our movement, because it's yang qi coming, we need to get up early. So that's basically for the spring season. And then the explanations, because spring season, everything like active, everything active. We need to keep the everything active and not like bending there or not kill the life. So keep everything active. So that's basically for the spring season. So that's in this way, we maintain spring qi, 春 qi, just the meaning, spring qi, qi level in the spring season. And this is, they say, Dao. Dao is the ruler or principle. So that's the Chinese character here, and the English translators follow. So in this way, is yang sheng, yang sheng. It's not a yang in here. Yang means culture, culture. Sheng is life or healthy condition. Still translator. So different book, maybe a little bit different translator, but the Chinese character will not changing. But that's basically we're talking about in the spring season, what we should do. We should follow this ruler. In this way, we will not damage liver. If we are against the ruler, it will be damage liver because liver belong to the spring season. And if we are against the ruler, and damage liver's functions, the problems will happen kind of cold illness happens in the summer because not enough like qi coming from the spring season, coming from the growing in the summer. So basically here they're talking about if we damage spring qi, they may not immediately get sick in the same season, but in the follow season, we prepare everything for the follow season. But they may not prepare for the follow season. Then in the follow season, they will have sick or illness. So that's not only in the spring season and in the follow season also. So that's basically we're talking about in the spring season. Basically we're talking about in the spring season and what we should do. And if we are not follow, what will be happens and damage next season. Okay, to see if we have some question in this part. Then we move into summer. So then go to the summer. Yeah. In the summer, we know everything is totally grew up. So that's the season. And thus we say heaven qi and earth qi communicated each other. That's tian qi and di qi. Communicated, yeah, mostly communicated. And everything like a flower is growing. So everything is like a plant is totally growing and the leaves totally growing. So in that season, sleep late, and get up early to marching that season. So basically pretty similar in the spring season. Yeah. Spring season, you remember our spring season here. Yeah, spring season we talking about sleep late and get up early. Summer season still sleep late and get up early. So that means yang qi coming. When yang qi coming, we follow the yang qi, get up early to do some movement. So that's the ruler. And so keep the spirit happy, yeah, enjoy the long daytime, warming daytime, yeah, enjoy the warming daytime, and avoid some emotions. So just enjoy their life and keep the qi flowing smoothly. Don't angry, yeah, don't anxiety. So keep the healthy condition in the summer season. And that's basically suitable for the summer. Yeah, suitable for the summer. And we say keep the healthy maintenance, that kind of condition. And in this way, we are not damage summer qi. Thus follow the ruler or Dao for maintenance of cultured healthy. So if against the ruler, thus damage the heart, and the result, we talking about 劫虐, pretty similar like we talking about malaria in the autumn. Like sometimes people fever and chilled athletically. So not only happens in the autumn, and even severe diseases in the winter, because we didn't maintain the qi flowing. Qi flowing in the autumn will be astringent. We are not truly holding the qi, like gradually in the summer we got more qi, and then in the autumn we should hold in yang qi inside. In the summer we don't got enough yang qi. Certainly in the autumn we don't have yang qi enough holding inside. So that's cause the illness happens in the autumn and also in the winter, because we don't have enough yang qi holding there. So that's for the summertime. That's for the summertime. When we're talking about in the autumn, the 3 months of the autumn. So that's the season, we got everything maturity. So in the autumn, the weather start getting colder, and the wind blowing everything, like the leaves, it's leaving the tree. And the air or the heaven is more clearly. So that's the time, and naturally what happens. So basically the seasonal and the qi relationship, the weather, mainly we talk about the mainland China. We are not truly talking about the season here. Mainland China. And the middle part of the China. Middle part. That's Huang Di Nei Jing coming from. Mainland China and the middle part of the China. So in that season, people should sleep early. Means yang qi start should be holding inside. Then we need to sleep early, and we still can get up early in the morning. So they just mentioned, just look like hens and roosters. And in that kind of condition, so keep the mind or keep the spirit in peaceful, and maintenance the mental activity, balance with the qiu qi or autumn qi. Just follow the season, yin yang changing in there. So that's basically we like harmonized in the autumn and the fall. That's 阳气 in there, yeah, 肺气, just 阳气. So just meaning in different season, we follow the season changing. We follow the yin-yang changing. How we can maintain our body's conditions. So if we follow the yin-yang changing, yeah, follow the season changing, thus we maintain our body matching autumn qi with our lang qi, that's the ruler or principle for maintenance healthy conditions. If against it, yeah, still, if against it will be damaging lang qi and leading to diarrhea with undigested food in winter. So still, mainly in the follow season, yeah, mainly in the follow season, we didn't hold in yang qi inside. So in the winter, it's more in time, patient will got diarrhea because we didn't have enough storage for the winter time. Then we talking about the season in the winter. 3 months of the winter. That's the season for storage. And naturally, the water will be filtered from the ice. And the earth is pricked for the season. So that's basically the time we should hold in yang qi inside, not disturbing yang. What means disturbing yang? Not to do too much exercises, yeah, not moving too much. So that we sleep early and get up late. We more holding yang inside, yeah, more holding yang inside. Waiting when sun is coming, then we get up. So basically, we keep quiet, not to do too much movement. In that way, holding yang qi. And that's basically keep warming, and prevent losing yang qi. So winter time is storage time. We are not disturbing yang qi and also holding yang qi inside. And then still talking about what will be happens if we against it. So we follow this kind of ruler, follow the Tao or principle. That's basically we culture the healthy and preventing some illness because holding yang qi inside. If we against it, will be damaged kidney qi. And we don't have enough energy for the follow season. So follow season is the spring season. And basically can cause the people some kind of coldness and weakness, like losing some function in the limbs because not holding yang qi inside, not enough yang qi support to growing in the spring season. So that's basically just say 4 seasons. We need to follow their yin yang changing. Yang qi coming out, we do more exercises, we do more movement. And when like the yang qi gradually go down, we should holding yang qi inside. So not against that ruler. If we are against that ruler, it will be illness happens in the follow season. Then we talk about the 天气 and the 地气. So 天 is heaven, we know already. Yeah, heaven qi is clear and pure. It contains the, we can think about the energy. Yeah. And they moving, they still keep like a qi moving. They are not stop moving. We say 天气 is not descent. Yeah, 天气 is not descent. And if the power inside the heaven qi is show up, the sun and the moon will become dim. And then some evil will be happens. We can thinking about in some day, like the raining storm, and the heaven will be dark in there, and a big wind. So that's basically talking about heaven qi is not harmonized in there. So that's basically some pretty bad weather in there. And if yang qi, yeah, we say yang qi men lei, if we talk about between heaven and the earth, yeah, yang qi men lei in the heaven. And 地气, yeah, 地气, earth qi, men lei in the earth, yeah, men lei in the earth. And if it not basically yang qi, heaven qi and earth qi still could be communicate. Yeah, earth qi rising up and heaven qi go down. It communicated each other. And the weather will be good and the heaven will be clear. But if they are not communicate each other, that kind of situation we talking about blocked. Then the cloudy will be happen, fogs will be happen. So that's basically everything is not clear anymore. So that's we are talking about naturally in here. What should be normal condition? Heaven qi should be clear and pure. And the heaven qi, earth qi should be communicated each other. If they are not communicate each other, that's why they block there. And then the heaven will be darker and a lot of clouds and fogs and dews even. So that's basically we're talking about heaven qi in here. So if it happens, yeah, if it happens, we're talking about heaven and earth, yin and yang not communicate to each other. If it happens, especially for a long term, it's not like we talking about just one day weather changing there. So that means everything not growth in the naturally, and everything couldn't development. So that kind of situation happens. Yeah, severe kind of situation happens. Even bigger tree will be dead. And like some wind happens suddenly, not in the right time, and some growth and the tree will be withered. So basically, in this part, we're talking about heaven and the earth. They are community each other. So heaven, we say heaven qi should be go down, warming the earth. And the earth mainly is the water. Will be go up like cooling some heaven qi there. And normally we have the water go up from the cloudy, and then they come in with the rain go up, go down again. So everything is moving and the community in there. If in the time earth still not rushing up, water not go up, so no raining. And then everything not growing. So that's basically talking about the severe kind of weather. All the life will be dead, including the bigger tree. Yeah, including the bigger tree. So that's we still talking about yin-yang community in there. And still mention here, if frequently happens, the passenger evil, yeah, they from here, yeah, they from here. They directly translate, but you can think about EPI, external passenger. That's the common words we are pretty familiar, or evil wind. And the big rainstorm will be happens. That will be like a kind of condition, disorder of yin yang between the heaven and the earth, and in 4 seasons. That's basically against the Tao or ruler of the nature. So that's basically everything will be died before it maturity. So that's still talking about severe kind of situation between the heaven and the earth. So if that heaven and the earth's qi is not follow the ruler, we're talking about even big tree will be dead. That kind of condition is not all normal people can handle. Only surgeons, yeah, only surgeons, they can handle these kind of conditions. And they may not get illness because that kind of bigger yin-yang changing against the rulers. but they didn't say, but means the normal people couldn't handle. The normal people will have sick or illness. So that's basically why we try to follow the yin-yang maintenance of a healthy condition. So that means if the environment or maybe the heaven qi and the earth qi changing, if we follow the yin-yang, we still maybe similar like surgeons can suitable that big changing. And also, if everything in naturally like a kind of yin yang in there, it will be not against or volunteered the healthy condition. The life will never be exhausted. So that's still talking about we should maintenance. Yeah, we say normally, normally the weather or the highway is clear, and the earth little be dull and heavy, but they communicate each other. But sometimes they may have some changing, got some very bad weather. That will be damage body zheng qi. So we should maintenance our body zheng qi and easily follow the weather changing and not getting sick or ill. So this part talking about the natural qi relationship with our body qi. So then still talking about what will be happens. Still talking about what will be happens if against of the spring qi. Pretty similar like we talked about before. And preventing Shaoyang for growing. So Shaoyang here, we know liver and the gallbladder kind of relationship in here. Certainly, gallbladder belong to Shaoyang. So Shaoyang couldn't grow it. We are not use liver here because liver belong to Jueyin. Here we talk about Yang Ji growth. Yang Ji growth. So Shaoyang. Shao means small. Shao means small. Truly, in the spring season, some small yang gradually coming. And if we against it, Shao yang couldn't grow. So that's lending stagnation of the liver qi. So still liver gallbladder relationship in there. So that's in the spring season. Then we're talking about in the summer season. If we against the summer qi, like a yin yang flowing there, that will like a 太阳 not totally development. So heart and small intestine. Small intestine belong to 太阳. 太阳 couldn't development. So that's caused the heart qi deficiency. So that's the spring season and the summer season. Then we're talking about, I guess, the autumn tea. And the tie-in, yeah. In the autumn, everything will be astringent, like holding inside, yeah. So tie-in lang. Lang qi couldn't like perform functions astringent or holding inside. So basically can cause some dryness and damages some lang qi function. So basically lang qi we say will be holding inside, descending. So that's for the autumn. And if against the winter qi, and prevent Shaoyin from hiding. Yeah, we say winter more hiding inside. Shaoyin is the kidney. Food Shaoyin, the same like we talking about the meridians. Shaoyin kidney. And lending, shrinking of kidney qi. So still talking about the 4 seasons. Yeah, 4 seasons. If we against it, will cause the problems relationship with the organ right now. So yin-yang changing for the 4 seasons is the root for everything. So that's we should follow. So that's why that's more important, because it is the root for everything. So for the shortest, yeah, or we can think about some smart people, or TCM practitioners or doctors. Yeah. Culture yang in the spring, in the summer. So we say spring and the summer is more young season or young growing season. So we culture young in that season. And the nourishing in the autumn and the winter. That's the in season. Yeah, that's the in season. So in yang season, we culture yang. In season, nourishing yin. So that's basically we follow the yin yang changing in different seasons. That's the root. Yeah, that's the root. If we against the root, that means we against the yin and the yang, and we against basically but still root. Yeah, but still root. Like a basic of yin yang, that will be damaged the body. So that's we still talking about how important the body will follow the yin yang changing. If we against it, will cause the illness. So this kind of yin yang changing in 4 seasons like everything goes in, everything like gradually declare and dies. That's for everything. Yeah, that's for everything. We can thinking about like the plants. Yeah, thinking about like the plant. Plants grows in the spring and the summer and then declare and dies in the fall and the winter. So that's the natural root in here. Yeah. We're still talking about that's the natural root in there. We should follow, including the plants, including the animals, including the human body, should be follow this route. If not followed this route, will be caused illness. If we follow it, will prevent illness happens. So that means why we need to follow this route. So Tao just means the root of the natural. That's the meaning here. So the root of the natural is followed by the surgeon. We say the surgeon here, you can think about some people, smart people, or some TCM practitioners even. So these kind of people, if you follow, you just like a surgeon. Yeah. If you follow this route, yin-yang changing, and maintenance your body's yin-yang, you just like a surgeon. But some people, if you against it, just like a foolish, just like a foolish. Or other words, the foolish person always against it because they don't know how to follow the yin-yang changing, and they will cause the illness. And still talking about how important follow the yin-yang changing. Follow the yin and the yang. People will be healthy. People will be alive. Against it, will go to sick or illness. Severe kind of condition will leading to death. And still follow it will be peaceful. Against it will be cause the disorder. So that's we say if truly against it, illness will be happens. So they use the Chinese word 内格 here. 内 is internal. 格 here, they use translation words confliction. Like I think the easy understanding, stagnation, blocking, stagnation, blocking. 内格. I think in internal medicine we talked about 格, the words before. So still means the illness will be happens. Yeah, kind of stagnation, kind of illness. So that means qi not moving. Qi not moving. Any kind of situation will be happens. So conclusions here. Yeah, conclusions here. Therefore, the surgeons always follow the ruler and mainly prevented. Yeah. Instead of people got sick or illness, then treat the illness. Basically, they try to prevent it. Don't let illness happens. So that's we say prevent illness is more important. Yeah. Smart people, smart people prevent illness. Don't like illness happens. Instead of the getting sick and treat the illness, they always try to prevent it. And so if if the illness happens and then we treat it, they just gave us an example here, like people thirsty already, and then to dig a well. So certainly in ancient time, all the water coming from the well, all the water coming from the well. So that's the water here. We prevent illness. Just look like we have well in there and the water in there. Anytime when we're thirsty, we can directly take the water. But if patient getting illness already, then just like the disorder happens already, just like a patient thirsty or people thirsty already, then they start to dig a well. Or maybe another example here. Another example here. When the well happens already, then they make the whips. So just example, two example here. Just means when people getting sick already, then we try to treat it. It's too late. It's too late. So that means the best idea, follow the yin-yang changing and then prevent illness instead of people getting sick or illness already, then treat it. So that's basically in these chapters. So we say these chapters still tell people how to maintain the healthy condition and prevent illness. Try not to get the illness, then treat it. That's basically it's too late.